This is an exclusive video from WOLnews.com. Welcome to the 2010 Lycoming College Football Show, WOLnews.com, and we're talking to head coach Mike Clark, and I'm sure over the weekend you had a chance to look at the video. Lycoming, a big winner, dominated the statistics, but it turned out to be a little closer than the statistics would show. 31-24 victory over Kings. What did you get out of the video that might be of help?
John, we got to be able to finish ball games. Every team in our league is very competitive, very talented, and there are not going to be any easy ones. We got it to the point where we were up, I think, 18. It was 31-13, and maybe we felt that the game was over. Well, there were still 15 minutes to play, and you end up having to field an onside kick with 45 seconds left, and it shouldn't have had to been that way. But again, Kings was a very tough group. They didn't quit. I think we learned that you can't turn the ball over and that you need to get off the field defensively. They possessed the ball and converted some third downs. They started to throw the ball a lot, which lengthened the game. And even though they had some incompletions, they still found a way on third or fourth down to move the sticks and keep the ball and end some drives with touchdowns. So we've got to find a way to not give the ball to the other team, and we've got to find a way to get guys, get our defense off the field when it's third down.
I guess a goal before you even start defensively is try to keep 0 points on the board. And I wonder if that same goal translate when you are up in a game like 31-13. I think it's tougher to get to the defense and say, hey, no points, no more points.
It's hard, John. Shutting people out is very challenging these days. I mean, and I'm an offensive coach, but I do believe that the majority of the rules from the NFL on down typically benefit the offense because people want to see scoring, So and we do always strive to shut people out, and we're not going to change that goal, because if your goal is to shut them out, you got a really good chance of limiting them. If you say, well, we're going to hold them to 7, you may as well set your goals high and aim for them. So it is difficult, but it's something that Coach Weiser's preached around here for a long time, and it's something that we're going to continue to preach.
Looking over, this is the 51st meeting of Albright and Lycoming, goes way back. We had a stretch there where we're 24-0-1 favor of Lycoming. Mm-hmm. The stretch recently, I think, could be like 3-7 in the last 10 games, something like that. Favor Albright. They've had a great passing team over the years, but this year it looks like their running attack's strong.
Well, I think they've always been very balanced. Tanner Kelly, obviously, a year ago was a great player, and the Roman kid was a great receiver. But Jozon Holmes, pretty talented player, and their approach is to allow him to help them win some football games, which makes a lot of sense. He's probably their best returning offensive player, and they're breaking in a new quarterback or two. We have a new quarterback as well, and Josh Kleinfelder's touching the ball a lot. So tough to ask an inexperienced quarterback to win you games early on. So I think that that probably has as much to do with them running the ball as much as they have as anything.
They have I guess you call it a turf field down there, or AstroTurf is what I'd call it. Brand new setup, very nice. What challenges and what benefits is that for the offense and defense since we're used to grass?
I don't know that will matter a lot, John. We've played, the majority of the teams in the MAC now have artificial surfaces. So Wilkes went to it this year, and we've got to go there in a couple of weeks. But Widener, Susquehanna a year ago, FDU has an artificial surface. We've not been to Albright yet, but we've played at Kings, who has turf. So we can't get on it during the week. We may get on it a little bit today or tomorrow on our soccer field, but I'm not sure that it really matters. We played on turf already this year at Rowan. So in terms of having to go down there and play on that surface, I'm not sure that that's as big a deal as it used to be when someone had regular AstroTurf, where most of the time you would probably wear like basketball shoes or sneakers on that surface.
From a quarterback standpoint, what does the defense look like for Albright? Are they better against the pass or rush, or are they balanced too?
Well, they're pretty balanced. They're a good group. I mean, their defensive tackles are big, strong, physical kids, and if we want to run the ball, we've got to get those guys blocked. They did lose some starters on the back end of the defense. They lost a couple linebackers who were very good players, a couple secondary players that were talented. So, they lost some experience there, but they're still a challenge. They limited Ursinus, who's a 5-0 team. They held Ursinus, I think, to 21 points. So, the statistics really don't mean anything. The Geneva game was kind of out of hand. Albright was up big, and Geneva scored late. They're a good football team. So we've got to block a different front than we've seen the last couple of weeks, and hopefully continue to run the football and get us in manageable second and third down, so we can hopefully move the sticks and try to find a way to get the ball in the end zone, because they don't. They forced, I think, 3 red zone turnovers against Wilkes the other day. So they're a good football team.
Talk about statistics. I don't know where people dig this stuff up. We're going into the 5th game already, and I read here recently that you have won your opening game each year you've been here on the away games. So this is your 3rd opening away game. What does that mean to you?
It means that I hope we win the 3rd, this year. No, look, stats are nice, and Joe does a great job. And if he drummed that one up, then I hope it gets to 3 in a row. They're a good football team. It's not going to be easy, but obviously our goal is to stay. We're one of 4 teams fortunate enough right now to be in first place in the conference, and we'd like to be there Saturday afternoon at the end of the ball game. So, we're going to do our best to go down there and try to win, and they're going to be excited. It's homecoming, and they're bringing back one of their undefeated teams from like 1960. They lost a tough one last week. They're going to give us all we can handle. So we've got to continue to prepare because they're a good football team.
Has our football team been improving, or are they ready for it?
Well, we still got a couple of days this week to go. It was a very solid Tuesday. Hopefully we'll improve today. I don't think collectively, and I think our players and coaches would agree with this, that we didn't get better from Albright to Kings. I don't know that we got worse, but we didn't continue to improve last week. And if we have that kind of effort again, it'll be very hard to win in Reading. But if we can have a great week of practice and go down there and limit the number of mistakes that we make, then I think we've got an excellent chance to win the football game. It's 2 good teams. They were in the Final Eight a year ago. They're not going away. We were in the playoffs 2 years ago. We'd love to go back. It should be a heck of a football game.
Yeah, if you like D3 football, this should be a good one. So thanks for talking to us, and we'll see you down at Reading.
Not a problem. Thanks, John. Appreciate you coming out.